Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Sharp. I'm the Director of Education with SpendPal. And in this video, we're going to cover a topic that I think everyone can relate with at some point in their life. And that is being frustrated with a budget. Now don't worry, this isn't going to be just a venting session because SpendPal is teaming up with science to come up with real solutions that are going to change your life. Let's take a look. If you are frustrated with trying to manage money, you are in the right place. Money is emotionally powerful. It has been the reason for the rise and fall of empires, families, and individuals alike. If you think of your happiest and most discouraging moment, you will probably find they both involve money in some way. Like it or not, it is tied to most decisions we ever make in our lives. To harness money's power, many attempt to employ a budget to make sure they are using this finite resource appropriately. The problem is that for most people, budgeting doesn't work. Although statistically, many people agree that a budget is needed, only 1/3 of people actually stick with their budget. Many people get frustrated and give up. You may be able to relate. The problem with budgets is that they are based on willpower. I'll stick to this plan no matter what. But life is much more volatile than the vacuum that we create our budgets in. It's easy to get out of a budget creating session, have an unforeseen expense come up, and not know what to do. Or have to pass on something that you really want to do in the name of a budget. Neither of these are fun experiences, and this financial diet usually ends in failure. Let's look at an example of how budgeting works for most people. Let's say you're with your friends in the mall and come across a shirt you know you'll just love. The problem is you've already spent all the money that you have budgeted for clothing. With a budget, you are in a lose-lose situation. You are putting this decision up to the fate of willpower. Decide to get the shirt and you feel guilty you didn't stick to the budget. Pass on the shirt and you hate your budget because it didn't let you get what you want. Have this happen enough times and your budget will be nothing but an uncomfortable memory. Once people realize that willpower is not enough to manage to get their budget right, they generally resort to the strategy of needing to make more money. However, this can also be problematic and even more frustrating. An increase in income without a spending plan equals lifestyle creep, where you simply just start spending more money but don't feel like you're getting any further ahead financially. It's at this point that most people give up and resort themselves to a life of financial frustration. But we're here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. Realizing that there needed to be a better way, Ryan Ruff, who if you've watched the previous videos, you'll notice is the CEO and mastermind of SpendPal, realized that there needed to be a better way and started pursuing other potential options. A strong validation came when his efforts caught the attention of the Dan Ariely, a professor at Duke University who is known for doing world-class research on helping people change and has created a team that is tackling some of the world's most pressing problems. Ryan was able to go spend months with Dan and his team to develop a strategy that wouldn't just revamp, but actually replace budgeting. Here is what they found. Your willpower will always give out at some point, no matter the self-control you have. There has to be a better way, and there is. It is what they have coined dynamic spending. Weigh out the opportunity cost with each expense and see if it is worth it. This is healthier and creates more long-term success. This spending plan strategy allows you to spend money as you wish, no willpower needed. But what prevents you from totally blowing all of your money? Opportunity cost. Science has shown that it is a lot less mentally stressful and more effective to decide on a purchase when putting the potential item or experience up against what they won't be able to do or have than simply just having willpower. Let's look at an example. Let's look at that same scenario of you at the mall, but now with the lens of dynamic spending. Do you have enough money to buy the shirt? Of course you do. It just may not have been categorized into the clothing budget. Dynamic spending allows you to steal from other accounts, knowing that you will be forfeiting some other item or experience. This is called opportunity cost. In this example, we're now going to look at the cost of the shirt versus a planned family vacation. In this example, it is much easier to pass on the shirt as you are picturing your time on the beach with your family. However, you could look at the scenario against other example purchases and may find one less important. Maybe you steal from your going out to eat funds. You still get the shirt, you aren't in a worse financial situation, and you feel in control of your spending. On paper, this sounds great, but application is always harder, as we all know, with fitness and previous budgeting attempts or any other goal for that matter. Reducing the friction of application is important. If you are one who is currently thinking, this sounds great, but I know I'm going to have a hard time making this work in my life, or worried about slipping back into old habits and routines, you are in luck. We at SpendPal have created an 8-day challenge that will help you learn more about dynamic spending and apply it to your specific situation. Over the 8 days, I'll help you create a dynamic spending plan that is personalized, intuitive, and effective, all in the palm of your hand with a state-of-the-art app called SpendPal. SpendPal will help you set up your dynamic spending plan, and with a proprietary card linked to the app, you'll be able to select which category you wish the purchase to come from. If you don't have enough in the account for the purchase, SpendPal can assist you in weighing out the opportunity cost and transferring money from another account if necessary. The best part is, it is all free. To sign up, go and send me an email. It's Trevor, Trevor, .k.sharp@gmail.com. I'm excited to have you join us on your journey. Spend smarter and live better. SpendPal.